All
opened up
right.
my chest, a cardiac shutdown, Kundalini rising. Ask them hoes, what now? Don't frown now, twisted bitches, haterism. Pay attention to this here resurrected magnetism, despotism got me moving in for the final strike. Heaven on
Mm.
earth when the clock strikes midnight.
Free the Chiefs. The Chiefs are free. Instead of saying free the Chiefs, say the Chiefs are free. Say, you know what? Say, look, the Chiefs free, man. They've been home. They've been putting in work. You know what? They were resting. Look, stop saying free them. Say the Chiefs are free. I want everybody to change it to the Chiefs are free. The Chiefs are home. The Chiefs are all of our Chiefs. They free. They already here because remember, time is an illusion. So if they're coming home, they already home. If we've been saying free the Chiefs and we see them home, that means they home. A version of us already been home with them. A version of us is at the table eating with us. A version of us already see that they didn't, worked with the children and getting everybody and the soldiers back in order. The Chiefs is home. They got us stuck in the damn time trap talking about free the Chiefs, and that's keeping them in a cell, keeping them in there in the time frame. That's the whole time machine. We the time machine. The Chiefs is already home, baby. The Chiefs are home. The Chiefs are home, okay? The Chiefs are home. So recognize the Chiefs are free. They home. And we having a big ass, good ass meal. And we partying. And we ain't finna drink their wine and let them get us drunk like they did last time and trick us.
Oh no, we didn't learn how to handle our booze. You don't believe me? Watch Drink Champ. That's what the whole Drink Champs was based on, the cultural understanding that all of us didn't have enzymes to process alcohol. So you give them alcohol and whatever you ask them, they're gonna tell you the truth, like giving them sodium pentothal.
That's funny you say that because my grandfather, like, and even our bloodline, that's why we have to be cautious about drinking. We don't get drunk. Like my dad's line, my father's line, we can't, it doesn't affect us. That's funny you said that. So that must definitely be tribal
Look,
related.
I look back on all my pictures. My old dude he had a party. He got a red solo cup. Red solo cup. I feel
If
you.
anybody
What?
interested in the university, y'all, like I announced, we moved from the academy to the university. Yes, we're official. So just like how y'all be paying all them hundreds of thousands y'all children to these fake schools, come get some metaphysical knowledge. Of course, we have our doula stuff and everything. And if not, also I'm still doing my Akashic record stuff. And I'm most importantly, Spirit got me in this year doing more than anything, a lot of mentoring to get what we call more metaphysical practices. I like to call it business, but anyway, because we need more of us. Like, I'm not one of those narcissistic people that feel like it's only me and I'm all in all. And it can't be nobody else. Like, hell no, we need some help out here. So I know
Mhm.
there are multiple people who are called to be doulas and who are healers and counselors and a whole bunch of stuff from across the land of Turtle Island and beyond. So if you want to get it set up the
Y'all
right
need
way,
a
let me
y'all
know.
y'all need a registry so people can find the doulas in their area.
Well, you know what? Actually, look, I was glad y'all said that. We are getting one. Actually, we have our doula coordinator. She's free spirit. I'm gonna have her on Live Tuesday because I think it's important. She's a recent doula veteran, but she already had like 5 catches. And I just want people to like see and know. And we have our first male doula graduates. That's another thing is doula is not just for women, y'all. It's the brothers too. Well, we had 2 male doulas come out. I'm gonna have my brothers on too because it's important because we need the daddies to help catch the babies too. Like the fathers can be the doulas. If you plan on having kids, you don't have to always bring the doula in and learn it for yourself. So I love that we had our men come in and be in the doula class, the birth and the transitional. Remember, transitional is how we exit out. We want to watch that spirit exit out properly, just like we want to bring it in because that's a whole different discussion. But I'm gonna discuss that Tuesday. But I'm gonna have some people on because I want you to hear from them, and I want to start bringing like more of our people on who have their doula things, and some people have home health and they're taking care of people in the homes, and I want y'all to see other people who are indigenous people so we can know our folk and know what our folks is doing. So proud of
So
everybody,
you
love
start training the
everybody.
excuse me, finish. You start training the child development doulas yet?
Yeah. Oh, actually, yes, I have. I have in my doula program. I already. It's actually 9 courses. Childbirth doula is just one. I have childbirth. I have postnatal. I have lactation specialist. I have the children. I have like childbirth education. It's 9 courses. I call it the complete doula. But I know most people only are familiar about childbirth. They think it's just one thing. But like for instance, when I went, I have like 4 different certifications. I even have midwifery assistant because some people in certain states have to the one has to deliver the babies, the midwife, and so you want to be a midwifery assistant. Like I got that as well. But yes, it's 9 things. So it's more than just and like a lot of our people with the programs, they came back and they was like, Venus, I had this and this and this and this and this. So yeah, so we for real over here. Like I heard that outside of DONA, the DONA, no one is doing and teaching on the level that we are, and even DONA don't even have no international accreditation, and they're just an academy. Like we've moved to universities, so don't be letting people think because they like this and we are colored that our stuff is not at the high level. Actually, stuff that I have that we have in our university is higher than what them people are doing. They're not even on that level, don't even have all of those things, which means I let other people review me. I have my students, I have them come in, they have their businesses. I have some people that they're acupuncturists and areologists. They know how to read your eye and tell you what the hell you need to eat. Now I don't do that, but somebody else do that thing. I let them teach it. So, because I know I don't need to be the master of everything. So that's the beauty of it. When you know who you are, I stay in my lane. I manifest very well in my lane, and then I let people do what they're supposed to do. So y'all come on over, and if you want to just have a reading, or if you need counseling, or if you need to heal your inner child, come on with that, because that's part of my spiritual assignment too. So I do. That's why I got the 2 websites. I got the university, and then I got me as the healer reader, because I already just know we still have work to do, and it's the year of healing. So
Yeah.
y'all holler at Judy. Her name is Judy. Somebody tag Judy here. She the one to read the eye, baby. Matter of fact, I gotta get back. She does lymphatic detox. How you need to get your lymph nodes and your body together. She read my eye so good. She had me doing all my little detox, make sure I'm eating right to make sure that my body together. So, I'm like I'm saying, I've been learning this shit I ain't even know. So she taught me.
You got people that can read your face, like how your skin and
Yes,
your texture. They
yes,
read all of that. They got different people. They learn different disciplines because
yes.
they familiar with it from past lives.
Yes, yes, like the reflex, they can touch one point in your hand and heal your kidney because they know where your kidney is connected to in your foot or your hand.
Yeah, that's
Um,
acupressure.
yes, reflexology and acupressure.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I've been studying that for years.
Yes. So look, I'm getting my reflexology study on right now because I said I want to do that for my own self too. So
Yeah.
all right, y'all. I know we went long. Chief, thank you so much. Y'all show Chief some love. Y'all know it's Cash App. Somebody type Chief's Cash App in the chat for me. Just because we just love him and with the Spirit just said for me to do it. He didn't ask me, but Spirit just told me to just do it. So somebody, our Chief, if you can type it in for me, type your Cash App in there. I don't know it by heart. Is it fire? I know it's a capital S, SikApe.
My dollar sign SikApe.
Sign SIK. Is it E? A is it A or capital two, right?
It's almost the same as my Instagram without the in front of it.
Okay, the CK. Okay, y'all go show Chief some love. Y'all ain't gotta give it to me. Y'all go
Somebody
show it
put
to
an E
him.
in there that don't belong. It's SIKAPE.
Okay, SIKAPE. SIKAPE. Okay. So y'all go show Chief some love.
Ain't
Y'all
no
come
eight
over.
at the end of it either.
You said ain't no what? Oh yeah, ain't no eight at the end. Yeah, it's not an eight at the end. It's SIK. It's dollar sign. We're gonna say it slow. It's dollar sign SIKAPE.
And the
That's
only
it. Not an E.
two
So
letters is capital is the S and the A.
yeah, the S and the A is capitalized. So y'all somebody will go
And
over
if
there and
y'all
show
not
people
sure,
love.
when y'all get there, if y'all see all of the ones that's trying to get their donations up, look for the oldest one, 2017. And that's how you know you on the right
Right, yeah,
one.
some people it's a damn shame people be doing that. But anyway, child, may they not prosper and may everything they touch fail. All right, I'm gonna say this live so it'll be on there so cheap. I'll tag it so it'll come on your page too. Yeah, this
Okay.
was good. This was good. I haven't been out. I don't go live unless Spirit tell me, but Spirit told me to. Ask Chief. They would not let her reach to get on, so me and Rich want to do something separate. Because I really wanted to get in with him with the serpent and the mix, but that's okay. Me and bro will get together. Y'all, somebody can type in the website of the academy or the university. Look, I have to remember because we didn't win official. Or if you need to do an appointment, or you can just DM me, whatever. So, and you can talk to the students to ask them what they think. I don't mind my references because that's just how I work, right? So, y'all have a blissful night. We're gonna ring the ancestors out. Go get y'all books. Go get your stuff. Read your stuff. Catch the YouTube. Catch the channels we told you to. And
Send
to
me a picture of
follow us.
that book. Send me a picture of that book.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they seen the concert. Then some of the people didn't see the interview after I had read the messages from Mexico from the hurricanes. So to give a little background on weather read, if we remember the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey in his famous whirlwind speech, right? He told us about the ancestors using the weather to relay us messages. So that speech pre-calibrated all of the chiefs to watch the weather patterns while we reading the signs in order to know what's going on across the land, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he said to look for him in a cyclone in the whirlwind, right? Look for me in the storms. I'm coming back with the millions and millions of ancestors. That's what Garvey said in his whirlwind speech, right? Tupac put it a little different. Lost in his whirlwind, 96, Bonnie and Clyde, me and my girlfriend. So he still took the idea to pass the message to look for the whirlwind, right? So in 2018, Cyclone Marcus struck Australia. There was a series of sevens in there, which my number is seven, right? And I come in on the third seven seat, which mean the my mother was a seventh seed, I was a seventh seed, my grandfather's seventh seed. So in our culture, that's a lightning strike, a lightning bolt, right? So we don't remember our culture because somebody came in and undermined our processes of passing the culture from generation to generation. Even as we evolve into different levels, we still maintain certain key aspects of the culture. And as I read the culture and I matched up the signs, when that message gave me the cue to get to work, right? And as I began to read the signs, I discovered that on July the 4th, 2019, that's when the contract expired on the constitutional agreement for the corporation to do business on our land, right? So I read this and I look at it, 7-4 is GD. So it's a GD knock. That's a knock to the growth and development nation, right? So we looking at 20, that's the P stone. And in Chicago, they say 20 mo, right? But they used to have a 21 brick pyramid, right? So when I'm reading the signs and reading the culture, I'm matching up who these people are on the land. I was born a GD. All my family in my age group was GDs. We all grew up GDs. Chicago, the Crenshaw district, um, where we went to Crenshaw Elementary, and we grew up in that area, and that's the area where we tie back like 63rd and Halsted all the way into 59th and Peoria, and varying different areas over there is where we were living at different times when I was a little youngin. So this how I got affiliated at birth with all of my cousins. We all GDs, all of the ones in my age group. The irony is my mother was the queen of the Vice Lord Nation, Big Red, right? And she went into domestic life and she taught us certain things about reading the signs, and only certain ones of us understand her and what she's telling us. And my father was also teaching us certain things, teaching the boys on really like how to be a man, right? And then these lessons, when we put them together and we follow it through the culture, it teaches us something about who we are and why we here. We have a tendency to think everybody is just here. Ain't nobody just accidentally here. Ain't nobody here that ain't supposed to be here. Everybody supposed to be here, even the ones that we don't want here, right? Because you can't get from under the oppressor if he ain't here. So we got to get from under that yoke. What is the yoke? The yoke is this mental bondage, right? So the mental bondage, the education, and the industriousness that Garvey talked about would lay the foundation for all of the groups, contemporary and to follow, on the father line, which is the Blue Lodge, right? So when we say Blue Lodge, what a lot of people don't understand is the Masonic orders was how we train boys in the rites of passage of manhood and how to use their inner power as their God force to become their God self, or their best self is how we would say it, right? Somebody came over here and took all of our boys out of the training. So now none of them can't develop that God self inside because they keeping it a secret and they keeping it boxed in by people that don't look like us. And the people that's controlling it look just like us, but they ain't us. So all this time they use these many forms of divide and conquer to tear us down. They took over education with their churches and their Bible thumping, and they started to miseducate our children on purpose and teach them that we came over on ships. We was already here. Our ancestors said they didn't see any ships. I had a live earlier today. A brother from Jamaica called in on the live, and he said, "Hey, my ancestors said they didn't see no ships." So what is our ancestors sending that message to the future for? They didn't see no ships. We still don't see no slave ships. We see drawings of slave ships. We see museum replicas where somebody make one in the modern time and ascribe it to what a slave ship would have looked like, right? But we can't find one. Now they find shipwrecks of Chinese fleets that was in the BC period. They find
Yeah,
Viking ships.
they find the Roman ships with the coins still in them, intact and
They
shit like that.
and they know where
As
all of the
as
wrecks
as
at.
rambunctious as these people is, they would have had that shit like an amusement park. Come
They,
in, yeah, like put the chains on in the bottom. You know how sick they are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so they know where all of the shipwrecks at, right? Because they know where to go scavenger hunting for the ships that sunk with all of the wealth on them, right? So now they got us under the impression that we came from somewhere else, and they're using their Bible, so we got to reenact that story in order to unravel it. Because the story is where we tied up in the brain. They force fed us Christianity, so only through understanding that dogma, where it came from and who put it together, can you unravel the magic in it that keeps us oppressed. That's some powerful magic. Because when we understand who and what we is, we be laughing at that shit, right? Blue pill look at the mathematics in it, right? I look at the science in it. But then I also look at the history of it. right? And so what make this into what it is and how we get free from under the mental bondage. So all this time they've been telling the people they waiting on the Christ to return. They've been telling them they've been under the devil's rule with the all the way in the same book that they put them under the devil's rule with. So
Okay. Yeah.
when I come in now, I come in to teach the people who our true leaders is, why they are not walking on the land. What happened? We at war. We've been at war over 500 years. We ain't never stopped. We never back down, right? So the chiefs on the land that we supposed to have keeping the land regulated is Larry Hoover, Jeff Ford, Chief Malik Angel Bay, and Stan Tukey Williams. They turn us into criminals while they do the criminal acts they accuse us of doing. Right? Our people is so convinced that they system, the matrix, the artificial matrix, the grand illusion that's constructed in front of your face, you falling for the David Copperfield making the elephant disappear. Right? Only they making your whole world disappear from under your feet, and you was already here. And they're using legalese to do it. And they're using medicine to murder you slowly. Right? So we have to go back to our original culture in order to get the imposters and the invaders off the land. And in our original culture, we put it in the public domain, the demand, and if the people agree, they all step up and agree. And when they all agree on the same thing, that means we really do know who we are now. We no longer under the illusion that we came over on some ships. I done studied the history of both sides of the water. There's no record over there outside of the coastal lands where they imported some of us over to there with a Back to Africa project that predated Garvey, what they called it the Liberia movement, when everybody went to Liberia. And this is when they